Today I'm going to share the poem with you. It's from Song's Dynasty. Um, the writing is in Simplified Chinese. I'm going to speak in Cantonese. 一生依樣畫葫蘆，出自唐朝詩人屠詬嘅題玉堂壁。題玉堂壁 the meaning of the poem is referring to the walls of the Imperial Academy. 玉堂壁 it's the walls of the Imperial Academy. 官職有來須與做。官 is officer. 職 is a position. 有來 ever since. 須與做 that means by birth. I mean ever since, like it's like a grammar, a different grammar, like ever since those high officer positions or by birth. 才能 talent, 才能 talent. 用處 use. But it's no, it's like don't, but it's don't. 憂 worry, 無 it's nothing. What that mean is like 才能用處不憂無. That means you don't need to worry about you have talent or not for being a high officer because it's by birth. So it's a 官職有來須與做. That means like being a high officer ever since it's by birth. 才能用處不憂無. That means you don't need to worry about whether you have talent or not. 堪笑 that means laughing at. 翰林圖學士. 翰林 those Imperial Academy. 學士 scholars. That means like 學士 scholars. So laughing at those Imperial Academy scholars. The Imperial Academy is established in Tang Dynasty. So he's the poet. It's one of them, and it's always it's a place that the scholar get together to wait for the emperor to call them in to see them. So there's a lot. Most of those people be named by being an officer in the future. So this poet is laughing at those people in the scholars in the Imperial Academy. 一生 the whole life. 依樣 that means doing the same thing. 畫 that means drawing. 葫蘆 it's a kind of a foot. It's called a gourd. Gourd. A gourd. It's a large fruit that has a hard shell and cannot be eaten. Kind of like squash. Like an A shape, a number A shape. Like you can picture the number A, and then it's a squash in that shape. And this kind of food, you cannot eat them. It's in the old days, people use that it's empty inside. And people use that, like dry it out and then put wine inside, put water inside. So when you look at some Chinese old pictures, mostly when you see those old wise men or whatever, and they have that gourd beside their waist. And so they carry that like for traveling every day, just like we carrying water bottle all the time. But mostly they like to put wine in it. So because they are scholar, they like to drink wine, I guess. So it's like the whole life they're doing the same thing again and again, like 一生依樣畫葫蘆. The whole life they just like drawing that God again and again, just simple analogy and no innovations. That's the whole meaning of this poem. That means like imply somebody doing the same thing again. No creativities. Simple analogy, and no innovations. Okay, let's read it again. The whole verse again. 官職有來須予做，才能用處不憂無。堪笑翰林圖學士，一生依樣畫葫蘆。Thank you for watching. The end.